Hi, I'm Patrick Vennebush, Chief Learning Officer at the Math Learning Center. At the 2023 ASSM Annual Meeting, I gave a breakfast talk titled Getting to Know You. During that talk, I presented an analysis of the ASSM logo, in which I posited a possible deeper meaning behind the design. Since that talk, several members of ASSM have asked if I could share that information again, and this video is an excerpt from that talk. Please feel free to share with others and enjoy. In my attempt to get to know you, I took a deep look at the ASSM logo, and I was very intrigued by it. I asked Diana Sudreth if she could enlighten me about the design of the logo, and though she wasn't sure about its origin, she did inform me that ASSM was founded in 1960 and held its first meeting in 1961. But what really intrigued me was the image in the upper left corner. It's an abacus. It wasn't clear to me, however, what kind of abacus it was. The ASSM abacus seems to be some hybrid of the Japanese and Chinese abaci. The soroban, the Chinese abacus, has 4 beads below the bar and 1 bead above, whereas the swanpan, the Japanese abacus, has 5 beads below the bar and 2 beads above. And this seemed to be some mix of that with 3 beads below and 2 above. Now, when I asked Diana, her speculation was that it was a stylistic decision, and I think that's probably true. But I couldn't help but dig a little deeper and ask, what value is shown on the ASSM abacus? So in an abacus, beads below the bar in the rightmost column represent 1 each. Each bead above the bar is worth the sum of all the beads below the bar in the same column. So the beads above the bar in the rightmost column represent 3 each. From there, the beads below the bar are equal to the sum of the 2 beads above the bar from the previous column. So in this case, 2 beads worth 3 each have a sum of 6. Again, the beads above the bar are equal to the sum of the beads below. So each of the beads above the bar in the second column represent 18. And so on. In the third column below, 36 each, above 108. In the fourth column, 216 below the bar, and 648 above. And in the fifth column, 1,296 below the bar, and 3,888 above. Now some of the beads are up, and some of the beads are down. To find the total represented on an abacus, you add the beads that are touching the bar. So in the first column, there are 3 beads touching the bar, 2 ones below and a 3 above, for a total of 5. The second column, there are no beads touching the bar, so that's 0. The third column has a 36 and 2 108s for a total of 252. And the fourth column has 3 216s and a 648, which is 1,296. So the total value represented by this abacus, if you add them all together, is 1,553. Now I wondered if the number 1,553 had some special significance to ASSM. Through my research, I only discovered one interesting fact. It was in the year 1553 when Duke Albrecht V declared that beer could only be brewed between September and April because the high temperatures in the summer might spoil the beer. Now, maybe this could have some relevance to ASSM. I know how every year you encourage organizations like mine to support your drinking. To sponsor your dinners. But this didn't strike me as particularly plausible. However, I still think 1553 may have a lot of relevance to ASSM. But I don't really like the way it looks. The first digit is a 1, and I note that the first letter of the alphabet is A, so let's replace that 1 by an A. And those 2 5s, they sure look a heck of a lot like S's to me. And that 3, well, I don't really like the way it looks, so let's rotate it, and then it kind of looks like an M. So it's my belief that the ASSM logo with its abacus, which represents 1553, is actually a deeper meaning to show ASSM. As it turns out, the Math Learning Center's logo also has some hidden meaning. The symmetrical shapes in the back represent an M for math, and the white rhombus and two blue rhombi give the appearance of a cube. So in an attempt to get to know you, one of the things that I realized is that both of our logos have some hidden meaning, and I think that makes us have a pretty special connection. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share with anyone who you think might be interested. Thank you.